सुनिए अपना संगीत.
And you're watching the original Bhangra show, which is Jus Bhangra. Damn, that's where it goes down. Word up and welcome back. It's Jus Bhangra part 2 of this week's session. Back with Mr. Tru-Skool in a minute, but first I want to big up Sandy from Nottingham. Sandy, Harpajan Baji couldn't read out your email on the show when he was on, but he has left you something in the post, so hold tight, man. You'll be getting it real soon, understand? We're back here with Mr. Suki, aka Tru-Skool. What's up, sir? Tika? Yeah, man. Yo, I think we need to deal with some of the criticism, man.
Is there some criticism? Yeah.
There's just a little bit of criticism, okay? I mean, there's got this email from the Bhangra King UK Deep, right?
Bhangra King.
Bhangra King, right?
Oh,
he says...
Does he wear a crown?
He probably wears a crown, man. Yeah. He says, yo, I love the album, especially in Tru-Skool.
Oh,
Word is born. Yeah. Word is born, right? Love the album.
Oh, you don't like Reprazent?
Whoa. And when I heard the new CD, right? The guy's got talent, but it sounds very similar to Word is Born.
Yeah,
that's some kind of criticism you've been getting now quite a lot of. I mean, the similarity.
Not a lot of, a couple of people, but
right.
It's just that we made Word is Born, you know, so, and we made Reprazent.
Right.
So, yeah.
It's going to be the same, right? It's the same people.
The thing is, yeah, you know, we're not those sort of, we're true to our sound, you know what I mean? That sort of style that we've got is quite different from everybody else's, and it's our style, and we're proud of it. You get what I'm trying to say? Right. So the thing is, it's like, we're not them sort of producers because it's a year and a half later we should like follow what everyone else is doing. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's our style. It's a particular style. So if you want to hear that sort of music, then you come and listen to especially Tru-Skool. And if you want to hear all the other great stuff that's out, then you carry on with that. You know what I mean? But you know, if you only want to hear it once, then listen to it only once and don't listen to it again. You know what I mean? That's it. Right. For those people though, we do a particular type of music, yeah, and that's the type that we do. You know, and we do Punjabi folk as well, and you'll be hearing some more of that in the future as well. But you know, in terms of like the contemporary sort of beats, when it comes to like, you know, what type of kick drums and snares you use, it's a dirty, grimy. Back in the days of real hip hop, that's what we do. Okay. We deal with obviously Specialist, who's not here today. Right. He's a drum and bass producer as well. You know, we'd like to bring some of that in, but only time will tell if we are going to be allowed to do that. You know what I mean? And
one important point, if you watch the show, in the first half, if you like your MCs, again, forget about it. Because you're not getting any, is that correct, sir?
That's right, you ain't getting none.
You ain't getting none of those guys,
so the Mr. King, man, sorry, man.
Is that happening, Mr. King?
You ain't getting no MC.
Okay, yo, Sook, man, another criticism, right? Again, well, you know, observation is a sampling thing, right? I mean, people probably assume that these hip-hop breaks have been sampled of old school records,
is that
right?
What it is?
Or, you know, and some of the Punjabi kind of riffs. What's your story in that? I mean,
thing is, like, we like sampling, but we don't sample all of it, not even half of it, to be honest. The beats, the reason why they sound like they've been taken or something is because we were hip-hop producers before this, so we create the beats as if a real hip-hop producer would create them, you know, someone in New York. Basically, that's our style. Right. We make the beats, you get me? Right, okay,
so you're cooking the beats yourself. That's important.
We try to make them sound like they come out straight out of New York, you get me? And like, so it seems like we're doing a good job if people think we're jacking them.
Well, yeah, that's so important because you set the record straight.
Not only that, you know, with the Bhangra stuff, because like, I'm a musician, you know, and basically, a lot of the stuff, we play it ourselves, or we'll get people in and we'll sit down, it's our compositions, we'll sit there on the Vajja, every note has to be played how we want it. And I think we're getting them sounding so good that people think they're samples, but they're not. We look up to Janjit Hujja, and we're proud of Punjabi folk. And if they don't sound like Punjabi folk, then we're not happy. So now it's like it's a crime to make it sound so good. Right. People think you're just taking them, you know what I mean? But people, yeah, basically, we're trying to make Punjabi folk sound like Punjabi folk. And you get me, if you think we're doing a good job, that's great, but we're not sampling it. You get me? Bits and bobs, we are. Okay. Because we think that, you know, we think that's fat as well. You know what I mean? When you sample bits and bobs, if you're coming out with a fat sound, that's great, isn't it? That's what you want. Okay. So you know what? And I don't even think that's an issue. At the end of the day, if they like the tracks, there you go. I think it's only producers or people who want to be producers who are saying these things. Right. Because, you know what I mean? Because they got some sort of issue with it. But why don't they just carry on making their PlayStation beats that they're making? You know what I mean? Alright, okay. You know what I mean? It's better. Why don't they just come and like have a little conversation with us? Right. Instead of like, you know, making up the code, this, that, the other.
You know what? I think I want to pick on one area, sir. That was the most important. You play your own music, right?
That's right, yeah.
Tabla, dolki, all right, okay, harmonium, algozi, right? That's right. What else? Like SL1210s?
Tumbi play the drums, you know what I mean?
You play this and you've played it on the album as well?
Yeah, both of us play all these instruments, you know what I mean? Like there is one particular sample we've used, we've used a few times. At the end of the day, if we want to use it, this shouldn't be a problem, because as long as the track sounds fat, you get me, and as long as we can play it,
right,
which we can, I don't feel like we've done anything wrong. But the thing is, after this album, everything's going to be 95% of it is going to be all played by ourselves, because we've got fat studio now, we've got fat mics and stuff. So, you know what I mean? That's going to be dead and buried.
Right. I want to wrap this sampling thing up, because you've said it straight, and it's, I think it's really important that people now know. You know, if you didn't know before, you know right now, okay? But just on a general point of view, right, how do you feel about the sampling thing when people are jacking other people's beats, kind of just blatantly, not really doing anything to them? How do you feel about that? How do you
other people's beats? What do
you
mean?
Like, not you guys, but
mainstream.
How do you feel about that?
The thing is like, obviously back in, like, you had that, I shouldn't say it, but like, you know, you had someone like, they take a whole instrumental and they put a vocal on it.
Exactly.
Obviously, that's going a bit too far. You know
so how do you feel about that?
I think that's going a bit too far, but you're taking a few elements here and there. I don't think there's nothing wrong with it, because Bhangra's always, since like 1989, people have been doing this.
Would you be happy?
So if people think they're such big Bhangra experts, and they're trying to, because they found out, they've looked in the dictionary and found the word sample, so they want to keep saying it because they're like, you know, they're excited about it. It's been there since about 1989, 88 actually. So if they want to diss sampling, then you're dissing the whole Bhangra industry, the whole roots of it. So just shut up. You know what I mean? Okay,
yo man, this is getting hot in here. Understand? Just to finish off, would you like it if someone sampled you?
Thing is, sample what? Like a beat?
Yeah, or just something off your
as
album.
long as like they got, as long as like they gave us a bit of acknowledgement for it, you know what I mean?
And if they didn't, they just did it and jacked it.
There are some peoples out there, some two young guys like from East Midlands who have copied a few things of ours and they've not even acknowledged it, and people are not aware of it. So I'll have a word with them when I see them.
Okay, let's do this, man. I want to see you in action. So link to the video, baby. Let's do this.
Oh, this is our video medley from Reprazent.
Let's go, man.
Hope you like it.
Yeah, let's do this.